I think one of the biggest challenges we've got in this industry is that we've got to get people much younger. We've got to get them when they're at school making career decisions about their GCSEs, not at the university level, and certainly not when you're actually recruiting people. We've got to educate the careers people, the teachers, to understand that this industry is incredibly diverse. There's so many different things you can go into within the information security stroke cybersecurity sector. Yes, you can be technical if you want to be. There's lots of roles, if you want to be a pen tester or you want to work in the SOC. But if there's plenty of compliance roles which are not necessarily that technical. GDPR specialists are generally more law-based than they are technically based. And then once we get over that barrier, obviously we've got to make sure that we get them into industry, and we've got to make sure that we provide jobs and opportunities that allow them to, maybe take career breaks, work from home, have that flexibility that, whilst that should be available to everybody, it's still more important in this day and age, even now, to women than it is to men.
So I agree with what Nicky's saying. It actually reminds me of a time when I was at school, picking my A-levels. So I had two options. I could either do IT or computer science. And if I'm being completely honest, I didn't really know the difference between the two, apart from what modules they were going to cover. Because I did business studies and I wanted to focus more on that route, IT was probably a natural fit for me to choose. Had I known computer science would have opened a few doors, I definitely would have explored it. Because I remember we were allowed to sit in the computer science lesson on a free period to use the computers for our IT coursework. And I just remember looking around the room and the whole class was male dominated. There was 2 females in the entire year group on that course, and me being the third one just in the room. So I could hear what they were being taught and I was really curious to know more. But at that point I was like halfway through year 12, going into year 13. It was really too late for me to swap an option and catch up. As well as the awareness piece, it's also the influence. In English, talk about Beatrix Potter and J.K. Rowling. History spoke about the suffragettes. Business studies, Deborah Meaden on Dragon's Den. If I think back to my IT lessons, who am I aspiring to be like? But off my own back, discovering Joan Clark and what she did with Alan Turing. But even Ada Lovelace. We have Ada Lovelace Day for technology and STEM, but even that we didn't really celebrate at school. So it really made me question why the curriculum doesn't have an historical side to IT, because it's very practical. Like, we'll do an animation one lesson, or we'll learn how to record a macro, but who actually paved the way for these things to happen? That is what we're not exposed to at that age. I think from an education point of view, that really needs to be considered in terms of incorporating it into the younger years before you even get to options. I think that would make a difference. At defence.com, we're committed to bettering cybersecurity, but we're also really passionate about our people. We offer a fun and challenging and engaging workplace that is really suited to women and very supportive. So if you're thinking about a career change or you fancy your first career in cybersecurity, then make sure you check out the links in the comments below, because we'd love to hear from you and we hope you get in touch soon.